Welcome to my Prana Flow yoga class. So what is prana? Prana is the life force or the energy that flows through us. So in Indian philosophy, prana is the force that really differentiates life and death. Prana is activated through our breath. Okay, prana is the energy that keeps our heart beating, our lungs breathing, these things that we don't have to think about but are just happening for us. This is our life force. So this practice is going to help activate that energy because through our life we tend to kind of be weighed down, slowed down by external forces, maybe stress, obligations. There's so many things in our life that really kind of lower our vibration and reduce our energy. So this practice is really about revitalizing our prana body, our subtle body, so our energetic self, and also stimulating our organs, our muscles, our blood flow, just for a full kind of awakening of the body, mind, and spirit. Okay, so today you may want a blanket. I'm going to have one here. We're just going to do a lot of stuff on our knees, so if you like that extra cushion, go ahead and grab a blanket. Blocks are always optional. You don't have to have them, but I may be grabbing those today as well. Okay, so sit up nice and tall in your comfortable seat, your Sukhasana. Palms flip open for receiving. Bring your index finger to thumb. So breath is our main tool for receiving prana. All right, so through our breath, we breathe in prana. So just take a deep breath. A big exhale. Just letting go of any heaviness in the body. Close your eyes. Take another deep breath in through your nose. And a big exhale. Just breathe in good energy. Lots of prana. One more breath. And now seal your lips. Continue to take deep breaths in and out through your nose. As you breathe mindfully, feel the body become more aware of where you are in space. Feel the earth beneath you. Feel your toes and your fingers. And sit up a little taller, really creating space between each vertebrae of your spine. Take 3 more deep breaths here, in and out through your nose. This is our Ujjayi breath. A really powerful way to activate prana in the body. It's Ujjayi breathing. On your next inhale, reach your hands up and over your head so the palms touch. Exhale, draw them down through heart center. Again, breath to movement. Inhale, swoop the arms high. Exhale, draw them to your heart space. One more big inhale. And exhale, bring your hands to the heart. Stay here. Let's sing the sound of Om together to remind us that we are all connected. We are all one. Inhale. Can you feel the prana, the good vibes? Just the beautiful awareness of being right here, right now. Set an intention in this space. What are you practicing? What are you calling into your life? Take another deep breath. And let your eyes gently flutter open. Let's roll out the wrists here, making some circles. And then bigger circles, kind of working out the elbows. And let's roll out our shoulders, big circles here, waking them up. In the other direction. You can get a lot of stuck energy in the shoulders. We want to open them up. It's our connection from our heart out to our hands. Bring your fingertips to the earth. Let's let our head fall over to one side. Breathe along the side of your neck. And roll your head forward and to the opposite side. Take a deep breath here. And then find some movement side to side, or you can take gentle circles with your neck. Really opening up the throat. Feeling the neck and shoulders stretch as you create space here. Just clearing out any self-judgment, any unkind words we may use to speak to ourselves. And come back to center. Inhale, send the arms high, palms touch. Let's twist to the left. Reach across for your knee. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, deepen your twist. We're really cleansing the body in our twists here. Think of a towel full of water, and as you twist and wring it out, it feels lighter. Take a deep breath along your spine, just letting go of anything you may have carried onto your mat with you today. Inhale, reach the arms high again through center, and then twist over to your right. Find the knee. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale, deepen your twist and breathe here. What do you feel? What can you let go of? Take another cleansing breath here. And reach your hands back up through center. And then press the hands down by your sides. Bring your feet together, knees wide for our cobbler's pose. Lengthen the spine, lengthen up through the crown of your head. Exhale, pull the heart forward as you forward fold. Walk your hands out to the ground, round your spine. Take a deep breath here. Really breathe into your hips. Nice deep breathing. You carry a lot of stored energy here in the hips. You want to let that go. Nice. Set your hands back behind you. Let your feet rest on the ground. Just kind of windshield wiper the legs side to side. Loosening up our hip flexors. Just allowing our joints to soften and relax. Okay, let's come into our hands and knees for tabletop. So if you'd like to use a blanket, now is a good time to do that. And you don't want it to take up your whole mat, just right through the center here where your knees would be. Tabletop pose. The feet are untucked, so they're nice and flat on the ground. Spread your fingers wide. On the inhale breath, lower your belly, gaze up for cow pose. Stay for a breath. Feel that stretch from the throat all the way to the tip of your spine. And then exhale, cat, round, chin to chest. Tilt the tailbone down. Feel that counter stretch. And then find your organic movement here so you can kind of continue those shapes, cat, cow, or you can look over one shoulder and then the other. Trying to move your spine in all of the directions. Big circles. Connect your breath to movement. Just clearing away any stuck energy in the body. Start to make some big circles with your hips. Big circles. In both directions. And come back to tabletop. Let's send the left leg back and behind us. So the leg is straight, your foot is still on the ground. Press your heel back, getting a nice stretch along the calf. Take a deep breath here. And then roll out the ankle. Lift that foot up, roll out the ankle. And then option to send that right arm forward. We're working on our balance now. Keep your gaze at the mat. Like you're shaking someone's hand, your thumb points up. Take a deep breath. Exhale, knee to elbow. Again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, knee to elbow. And set that hand back down. Send your leg straight behind you again. Same leg. We're going to take a modified side plank. So this bottom foot is going to kind of swivel out to the outside of your mat. Reach the left arm high. You're opened up. So like a plank pose, but you're supported by your knee. Look up towards your hands. Spread the fingers wide. And then reach up and overhead for a nice side bend stretch. Really opening up the side of the body. You might feel a nice stretch in your hip, along the rib cage. Take a deep breath here. It's like a big circle with the arm in one direction and then the other. Big circles. And then let that hand find the ground. Walk it around the side of your mat. So you're walking towards the back leg. Walk your hands inside the hip. So now my back foot has turned to where my toes point to the back of the mat. Keep your left hand inside. Send the arm up. Now we're in a modified extended side angle. Lunge into that hip. Take a few deep breaths here. Slow, deep breath. And swoop the hand back down. Walk it back to the center of your mat. Straighten that leg out. Toes point forward again. All right. Outer edge of your foot is really rooted down on the mat. Send the opposite arm high for a stretch. Right arm reaches up. Spread the fingers wide. Slow, deep breath here. Roll out that wrist. And then both hands find the floor again. Let's walk it back around to the top of our mat. So we're back to where we began here with one leg behind us. The left leg is still back. You're going to hover your right knee off the floor. Using strength here, really press through your hands. The back of the neck is long. Pull that knee a little closer. Take a deep breath. Inhale, three-legged dog, send the leg high. Roll out that ankle. Maybe you even bend the knee and stack open the hip. Wild thing is always an option if you love that. Send that right leg high again. Level out the hips if they're not already there. Exhale, step that foot forward. As far forward as you can. Bring the back knee down. Now you're in a lunge. All right, options here. If you have blocks and you want to use them, you can place them under your hands. All right, where you lunge into the hips, lift up to the crown of your head. Also an option to bring your hands to your knee, or you can even reach your arms up and over your head, whatever feels good. I'm going to use my blocks today. Lunge into your hips, take a nice deep breath. Really opening up our hips, this sacred space of emotion. Now bring your hands back down to the floor. Let's straighten the front leg, shift the hips back. Now we're in a half splits, half Hanumanasana. So if you have your blocks, great, use them. If you're not, just let your hands find the floor, round over that leg. Keep the hips as square as possible. You want your right toes, those front toes, to be nice and flexed. Slow, deep breathing here. Let's bend into the knee, lean forward on the inhale breath. Exhale, shift the hips back. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, back. Let's do it 2 more times. One more. And then lean forward again, lunging into your foot. This time we're going to tuck the back toes so the knee lifts. You're in a low lunge. Let's lean forward, standing on the front leg. Let that leg float for a moment here in your half splits. Take a deep breath. Both feet find the top of the mat. Heel toe your feet to hips width distance. Bend your knees, forward fold. Now you're in ragdoll. Rock it out side to side. Give your toes a little wiggle. Bend your knees a little bit here. Trying to loosen up the body. Release any tension in your neck and shoulders. Let your hands find the ground. Find a halfway lift. We're going to set our hands down onto the floor. Step your feet back so you're in a plank pose. Shoulders over wrists. Take a nice deep breath here. Lots of strength. Really turning on the full body. Squeeze your legs. Squeeze your belly. Squeeze your arms. Take another deep breath. Then lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes. Inhale, cobra. In cobra pose, your feet are on the floor. Lift through the chest, little to no weight in your hands. Feel the back muscles turn on. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Take a deep breath. And soften. Press up to tabletop. And then back into your child's pose, forehead to the floor. And just take a few breaths here. Notice the shift. Can you feel prana flowing through your body? Feel your heart beat. Feel your lungs expand. You are alive. What a precious gift. Take another deep breath of gratitude here for your life, for your health, for this practice. And press yourselves back up to tabletop. All right, this time we're gonna send the opposite leg back. So right leg reaches back, toes are tucked, so you're getting a nice stretch in the calf. Take a few breaths here, strong core. Then let's float that leg up, making some circles with the ankle. Now keep that leg nice and straight. Strong core. Pull the belly up into your spine. Option is send your left arm straight. You can always keep your hand on the ground if you're not quite this far in your balancing practice. Let's find an inhale breath to lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Now set the hand down, send your right leg back behind you again. Keep that foot flexed. Let's drop the inner edge of that foot to the ground back behind you. Swivel your left leg. We're opening up into our modified side plank. Spread the fingers wide. Really ground down to the outer edge of that back foot. Reach that hand up and over your head. Lengthen through the spine and breathe. Make a big circle with your arm in one direction and then the other. Both hands find the floor. Walk it around to the back of your mat. We're turning those back toes out so that they're pointing to the back of your mat here. Right hand inside the leg, left arm reaches high. You're in an extended side angle. Lunge into that hip. Breathe here. Create as much space as possible. Space for energy, for life to flow through you. Reach that hand up and over your head. Walk it to the side of your mat. I'm going to turn around so you can see me. Inhale, send that left arm higher in a nice twist. Spread the fingers wide and breathe. Both hands find the ground. Walk it back to the top of your mat here. You're still in that same shape where we began. Your right foot is back and behind you. Toes are tucked. The leg is straight. Let's hover that left knee into our chest. Press to the hands, through the leg. Take a nice deep breath. Then send the leg high, three-legged dog. Option 2, bend your knee and stack open the hip if that feels good. Again, Wild Thing is such an awesome stretch if you want that. Straighten that leg back out, find an inhale breath. Exhale, step the foot forward. So now you're in a low lunge. Again, if you have blocks, go ahead and grab those. Lunge into your hips, into that front knee. Lengthen through the spine as you do this. So you're really getting a nice stretch in your psoas muscle. This is a really deep hip muscle. Lengthen through the spine, breathe. Let's straighten that front leg, shift the hips back. Now we're in our half splits. Spread the toes wide on your left foot. Really level out your hips. You're getting a nice stretch in that hamstring. Let's find breath to movement. Inhale, we lean forward. Exhale, we shift the hips back. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, shift the hips back. One more. Inhale. And exhale. And tuck the back toes, shift that weight forward, standing splits to the top of our mat, send the right leg back. Strong cord here. Press that heel back, lengthen through the spine, take a deep breath. Both feet to the ground. Forward fold. Feet together, knees together. Relax your head. Maybe you hug your arms behind the knees or the calves. And just breathe here, feeling the back of your body really open up. Knees can be a little bent. Reach that tailbone as high as you can. One more, full breath. And release your hands to the floor, halfway lift, palms press into the ground. Step your feet back, you're in a plank pose. Take a nice deep breath here. If chaturanga is in your practice, go ahead and take it. If not, lower down to your belly for cobra pose. I'm going to take my knees, lower halfway for chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press through your hands, lengthen the spine. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high. All right, the flame is stoked. We are here, we are in our prana, our energy. Let's take it a little further, really energizing and strengthening ourselves for the day. Inhale, send that right leg high. Step it forward between your hands. Warrior one. Back heel is rooted down. Your front knee is stacked over the ankle. Stay here, take a nice little back bend with the elbows wide. Lunge into that front knee, take a deep breath. Inhale, straighten the arms, straighten the leg. We're gonna open up to the side of our mat to star pose. So arms and legs go wide. Toes are turned in the same direction to the side of your mat. Spread the fingers wide, spread the toes wide. Take a nice deep breath here. Bring the hands together to heart center. Pull the heels in. Let's sit down into our goddess squat. Nice work, everyone. Nice tall spine. Ujjayi breath. Give the toes a wiggle. One more. Sit a little deeper. Inhale, straighten the legs. Toes point forward. Star pose. Spread the fingers wide. Forward fold to the floor. Walk it around to the top of your mat. Plank pose, spread the fingers wide, strong legs. Option to flow through cobra or chaturanga, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, inhale, left leg high. Step the foot forward. Warrior one, rise up, reach up. Option to stay here. Or cactus the elbows, just really standing in our power in these postures. Inhale, reach the arms high. Open up to the side of your mat, star pose, spread the fingers wide. Again, hands to heart center, sit into your goddess pose. This time try and lift the right heel, take a breath. Put it down, inhale, left heel, take a breath. put it down. Inhale both heels, take a deep breath. Let them rest. Inhale, straighten the legs, straighten the arms, forward fold, hands to the mat. Beautiful work, everyone. Heel toe your feet to hips width distance. Toes turn out 45 degrees. Sit into your Malasana squat. Palms pressed together. Lengthen up here through the spine. Take a nice deep breath. Hands to the ground. Forward fold. Let's walk it back to the top of our mat. Feet together. Relax your head. Grab your elbows if you'd like, or you can interlace your hands behind your low back. Send them up and over your head. Just feel the crown of your head pour open. Take a deep breath here. Bend your knees, reach the hands forward into your chair pose. Arms reach wide, sit low, and breathe for 3, 2, 1. Begin to lower all the way down to a seat. All right. Good work, everyone. Let's send our legs straight out in front of us, starting to cool down. Reach the arms up and over your head. Reach out and over your legs, forward fold. Relax your head and breathe. Feet are flexed. Imagine a wheel of energy just flowing through the body, Slowly rise up to a seat. Bend your knees, bring your feet to the floor. Let's roll back onto our back for bridge pose. We're gonna lift the hips, shimmy your shoulders together, interlace your fingers on the mat. Really lift the hips high. If the hands don't interlace, just press your palms down into the floor. Keep the back of your neck long here. Take 3 deep breaths. And lift your heels, release your hands, slowly roll the spine down. We're gonna send our legs straight up to the sky here, okay? So lots of different levels through this variation. We're gonna move through shoulder stand into plow pose. You're always welcome to stay right here. Maybe you slide a pillow or a bolster under your hips. Otherwise, we're gonna move into shoulder stand. So shoulder stand, the hips lift up. Legs are nice and strong here. Slow, deep breathing. The back of your neck is nice and long. Do not look side to side, okay? So just listen to my voice. Keep the body in alignment here. Hips stacked over shoulders, knees together, feet together. And if you want to move into plow pose now, your feet begin to find the floor over your head. So you can bend your knees. You can also just stay in shoulder stand. But it's okay if your feet do not touch the ground. Breathe here. Feel the length of your spine stretch. Let's do 2 more deep breaths. And from your plow pose, begin to reach up for the outer edges of your feet and slowly roll your spine back down onto the floor. We'll all meet in happy baby. Grab the outer edges of your feet, rock side to side. Just feeling the length of your spine on the floor here. You can always grab your ankles or even the back of your knees. We want to keep the low back on the ground. And grab the knees into your chest, give them a gentle squeeze. Send that left leg long, right knee stays into the chest. Take a deep breath. Let's twist, supine twist. Your gaze is over towards your right shoulder and just breathe here. coming to the end of our practice, this is where we really soften in. We move inward. The subtle body is activated and cleared. Our mind is clear and light. Turn back to center. Bring the opposite knee in. Pull that left knee in. Right leg long. Hug that knee into your chest. Take a deep breath. And then pull the knee across your body. Twist. Gaze is out to your left arm. And just breathe here. Enjoying the sensation. Inviting the stillness. And release your twist back to center. Pull both knees into your chest. Lift your chin up to your knees. Squeeze into a tiny ball. Squeeze your face, your shoulders, your belly, your legs. Find an inhale breath. Exhale, Shavasana. Arms and legs go long. Palms roll open by your sides. Take a nice deep breath here. And bring your awareness to the center of your mind, between the eyebrows. Take a deep breath in this space. Imagine a bright light shining in the center of your mind. And as you breathe, this light begins to expand, illuminating your entire head. It moves down through your throat and your shoulders, into your arms. This light travels down into your chest and your belly and your hips, down into your legs, all the way down to your feet and your toes. Just feel this light shining all within you, healing any disease, cleansing away any negativity. In this space you feel light and free and infinite. Rest in this space. Breathe into this space in your Shavasana. You can stay here as long as you would like. This is your space, your samadhi, your bliss. You're welcome to stay here as long as you would like, just soaking up these amazing vibes, just resting in your prana. When you feel ready, begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, bringing life back to the body, and turn your head side to side. Reach your hands up and over your head, point your toes, take a nice deep stretch here. And then roll onto one side, supporting your head with your arm. And stay here for a few moments, resting in this fetal position. Each yoga practice is a cycle of samsara, of death and rebirth. Through our practice, we cleansed, we twisted, we released excess energy. Anything that could be weighing us down, we let that go. so that we can create space for something new, a rebirth. When you feel ready, press up to a seat, returning to where we began in our Sukhasana, our easy seat. Return to your intention, the one that you've set at the beginning of this practice. Or maybe you create one now. What will you do with this space that you've created? What will you invite in? What will you cultivate? This could be a spiritual practice or an idea or some part of yourself that you want to strengthen. Why are you here? Why do you do this work? Reach your hands up and over your head so the palms touch. Exhale, draw your hands to your heart space. Let's seal this practice with the sound of Om, reminding us that we are this beautiful pranic energy that flows and expands the entire universe. We are all connected. We are all one. Inhale. It's such an honor to share this sacred space with you. Thank you for joining me here today and for showing up and doing the work, for walking this path, this sadhan. Lift your hands up to your third eye. The light within me bows to the light within you. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you all so much. Drink lots of water, eat lots of good plant-based food. Just keep inviting in that good prana. Be around people you love. Spend time in nature. And thank you so much for being here. Namaste.